Attention, all the news in this video are all from around the internet and from our sources. We deliver to you the most realistic news. Make sure to listen well and you can turn on the caption.
Ralf Rangnick admits Manchester United have big problems after Wolves' defeat. Ralf Rangnick admits Manchester United had big problems and that Wolves were the better team as the visitors secured a surprise 1-0 win at Old Trafford on Monday night. The Red Devils were second best for much of the match and Wolves eventually grabbed a deserved late winner through João Moutinho, ending Rangnick's unbeaten record in the Premier League with United. The visitors had 19 efforts on goal to United's 9 and there was surprisingly little threat produced by the home side, despite having the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, Edinson Cavani and Mason Greenwood all on the pitch from the start. Rangnick was not impressed with his players, admitting that they struggled with their opponents tactically and in terms of energy, failing to press the visiting side. "We didn't play well at all individually or collectively. In the first half, we had big problems to keep them away from our goal," the German told Sky Sports. "In the second half we changed to a back three and had more control than a spell of 15 minutes where we could have scored. The goal we conceded, we had enough players in the box. The cross had been defended by Phil Jones but the goal we conceded was like too many this season. Moutinho could shoot unmarked with no problems, no pressure. We're very disappointed about the result and parts of our performance. They're playing with 4 or 5 central midfielders and we had problems to control that part of the pitch. We decided to change our formation and we had more control. They didn't have as many chances, but we missed our chances and we have to admit they deserved to win. Wolves were the best team we've played. We have more problems today than in other games. We didn't press at all. We tried but we were not able to get into those pressing situations. They had an overload in midfield and they played via their wing-backs. We've been only working 2.5 or 3 weeks after needing to close the training center. We had the results. In times we played well but today we have to admit they're better than us. United stay 7th in the Premier League table, while Wolves climb to just 1 place and 3 points behind them. The Red Devils are still in the hunt for the top 4, but stay 4 points behind Arsenal in the final Champions League place, although they have a game in hand on the Gunners. Luke Shaw questions Manchester United commitment in damning verdict of Wolves' draw. Luke Shaw has questioned the lack of desire and commitment in the Manchester United squad following the dismal defeat to Wolves on Monday. United turned in another underwhelming performance devoid of any real quality or drive in front of their own fans, with the result leaving them 4 points off the top 4. Under interim boss Ralf Rangnick, United showed signs of improvement in his first game in charge against Crystal Palace but have turned in withering displays against Norwich City and Newcastle United since then. A win over Burnley last Thursday provided some hope but the familiar problems returned against Wolves, with Shaw suggesting there is a worrying lack of togetherness in the current squad in his damning assessment of the performance. "I don't think you can put it on that," Shaw told Sky Sports when asked if United's problems were down to adjusting to the new manager. "Us players, we've been here for a long time, we played at home, we know what it is like when we have the intensity, you can feel the motivation is there. But I think tonight we struggled. We didn't, or I didn't feel when I was on the pitch that we were all there together. We felt like we were struggling. It was tough." Shaw stopped short of accusing players of failing to give 100%, but insisted more needs to be done to underline their commitment to the cause. "We have unbelievable quality but sometimes quality isn't enough. We need to bring the intensity, we need to be more aggressive, and we need to bring more motivation," Shaw said. "From the outside today it didn't look like we had any of them 3. Inside the dressing room we know we want to win. When we step out onto that pitch we need to give 100%. I'm not saying not everyone did, but to win these type of games we all need to be 100% committed because we know it is always close. It's tough and disappointing. But we have time now to refocus, we've got a long training week and maybe the manager can bring some more ideas of what he wants on the pitch." Man United star Donny van de Beek could defy Ralf Rangnick's request by seeking January transfer. Donny van de Beek is still weighing up the possibility of leaving Manchester United this month despite Ralf Rangnick wanting him to stay. The Dutchman hasn't started a Premier League match this season and managed just 4 league starts last term. Speculation is rife he could look for a loan move this month, with Everton and Newcastle said to be interested, and Van de Beek has held talks with Rangnick about his playing time. The German boss is said to have given him assurances he will be handed more minutes in the second half of the campaign, but ESPN claim the former Ajax star still has doubts. Rangnick has made it clear he wants the 24-year-old to stay, but Van de Beek, while being prepared to stay, will continue to assess his options for a potential move away. Van de Beek needs regular playing time in order to get back into the Netherlands setup ahead of the World Cup later this year, with Louis van Gaal making it clear he will only consider players who are regulars for their clubs. So far as I have got to know him, he's got a top mentality. He works hard in every training session, Rangnick said. He's a team player through and through, and there will be games where he will get his chance to play, I'm sure. I also had a longer conversation with him last week about that, and of course it's difficult for him right now because he also wants to play for the Dutch national team. He wants to play in the World Cup in Qatar, and in order to do that he needs to get game time here. But I still believe that we should keep him, that he should stay here, definitely until the end of this season, and try to get as much game time as he possibly can. However, even if United receive a suitable offer for Van de Beek, the final decision on whether he leaves or not. Rio Ferdinand gives verdict on Phil Jones after Manchester United comeback. Rio Ferdinand has shared his verdict on class Phil Jones after the Manchester United defender played for the first time in 707 days against Wolves. The 29-year-old, who rubbed shoulders with Ferdinand at the start of his Old Trafford career, returned to the team alongside Raphael Varane amid injury setbacks to Harry Maguire and Eric Bailly. Despite inadvertently heading the ball towards João Moutinho for his match-winning strike, Jones was one of the standout performers for United last night. Ferdinand previously suggested that his former teammate ought to have left Old Trafford ages ago. However, while moving to clarify those comments on his popular Vibe with 5 podcast, the ex-United man also had to